Hello everybody and welcome back to the Youth Academy Challenge, where we are CD Toledo and we are in La Liga. We've got a quick summer recap about anything that's happened in the summer, and then we're taking on Levante in our La Liga debut. What could possibly go wrong? Let's go. So starting the recap then, Constantino was scored top goal scorer from last year, 29 goals in total, and we had to have a new stadium because we were 9,000 seats short of the league minimum requirement. So the board said they'd build the Toledo Stadium for a whopping £27 million. However, we focused on renewing contracts. Kazushi, Jose Antonio Pena got new deals. Aaron Wall got a new deal at left back, as did Anthony Akinde, and of course, Constantino, the top goal scorer from last year. But moving on from that, the ticket prices rose by 70% as we got to the first division. The board need that money because we've got to pay monthly repayments of 240 grand a month. But they were so happy, they wanted to improve the youth facilities. I said yes, they said yes. So for £2 million, we're paying for extra youth facilities. But it's all going to be covered because we got a whopping $34 million for First Division TV rights. Yes, hello everybody, welcome back, and hopefully that little intro has summed everything up for you that's happened over the summer. But we do want to have just a quick little go through some key things. Levante, where to start? La Liga. We're taking on La Liga. We are in La Liga. We are in the Segunda Division. It's amazing, right? Granada sit top, played 1-1-1, points 3. They're the only team, well, they're not the only team that played. Obviously, Celta Vigo played as well, and they lost. But, yeah. Well, one, Granada have a ridiculously good team. And two, we're in La Liga. We are here. We are going to potentially get battered. Season preview, 1,000 to 1 to win the league. We are by far and away the favourites to get relegated. This is going to be fun, isn't it? This is going to be really, really good fun. We will be coming back for a few more games in this season to go through it. Yeah, Xavi Alonso's been appointed Valencia manager. Make of that what you will. The Media Dream 11 is full of star-studded names like Ansu Fati, Lamine Yamal, Baleba, Jude Bellingham, Zaire Emery, Camavinga at left back, Carrasco at right back, McKenna up front. Who's McKenna? He's really good. He's really, really, really good, Jack McKenna. Yeah. Real Madrid have him, 23 years old. He's the sort of striker we're going to come up against. They signed him for less than £20 million from Rangers. He is ridiculous. He is absolutely ridiculous. That's the sort of player we're coming up against in La Liga this season. It's going to be good fun, isn't it? It's going to be really, really good fun. So a quick review of the transfers again then that we've seen happen. As you can see, loads of people on the development list trying to get sold or loaned out. But lots of loans are happening this year. Obviously, no ins. There's never ins. No release players this season. Last year we did have a few out, and it's Jake Mills is the biggest one. Still yet to find a club. Oh, I've got the wrong config file in, so I'll just do that before the game so that we have all the picture. But you do have a club interested in you now, Jake. So hopefully you do find the new club. Although if you retire, you get a new member in the next intake, which is decent. Right, pre-season has been good. We've played a mix of teams. We played Braga, beat them 2-1, lost to Alaves, drew with Rio Avenue, beat Girona 3-1, drew with Granada 3-3. We'll go and look at their team in a minute. Beat Inter de Madrid 6-2, beat Alicante 3-0, beat Torpedo 66, 12-0, and then we played our feeder club Cerdanyola and beat them 4-1 as well. But then we have Levante, Granada, Atletico Pamplona, Getafe, Girona, Villarreal, Real Sociedad, Espanyol, Real Betis, Real Madrid, Celta Vigo. It's going to be great. We've just got to pick up points from those that we think we can beat. I sort of think Levante's one of those teams. I think we might be able to beat Levante, but we'll have a little look. But Granada, who we're taking on second in the season, so we won't see them live on camera just yet. One, lovely kits. Absolutely love those kits. That away kit and that third kit, big fan. I'm a big fan. Right, they have Brian Zaragoza, who is their captain. 32 years old now, but still can do it. Very, very good player on the left wing. He's looking pretty tasty indeed. They also have Jared Branthwaite. is there. Yes, if you watch my Brighton stream, of which there will be a stream happening at some point when I'm back from holiday, then you'll know what a beast this guy turns out to be. He's actually 31 now because we're so far in the future, but still such a capable player. 6'5". He's going to be deadly from corners. Signed from Everton on a free transfer. Yeah, he's going to be really, really good. When I say they've got a good team, they've got a lot of good older players. Carlos Alvarez is there as well, another player that I'm sure a lot of you will be familiar with. He's pretty decent as well. Quinton Timber, the lesser known Timber, Jurriën Timber's brother, he's there. He's still really decent. And you've got to remember, Granada are like a mid-level team, and they've got this sort of squad. Lucas Paqueta is there. He is 35 and transfer listed, but he's still there as well. Like, it's just ridiculous, all of these players they've got who, in the current world, are very, very good and potential to be brilliant. They've sort of got them at the end of their career when they're still going to be really, really good. And they were linked to signing Anthony, and it's gutted they haven't because he's terrible. But yeah, Granada, I think, are going to be an interesting one to keep an eye on this year. We're looking good. We're looking decent. I'm happy with our squad. I mean, it's still well below the level of everyone else in La Liga, but it is a good squad. We do have the difficult choice. Who starts up front? Is it Miguel Moreno or is it Constantino, who's done us really well through the past seasons? And Constantino is a bit more physical, but Moreno's much, much quicker. Like, the vision and attacking favours Constantino, but the technical and the aerial favours Moreno. Mental, they're pretty similar, only one apiece, but it does favour Constantino. And I'm sort of like, we're going to be playing a lot more on the counter-attack. I'm pretty sure that should favour aerial, technical and speed. But you can't look past what Constantino's done for the club, which is just incredible, isn't it? It's absolutely incredible. I mean, Moreno still yet to score. He did only play once last season in the league. He had a couple of cup appearances in there as well, and we dropped him down for some non-competitive games. He did get 10 in 5 in the under 21s, but he's coming up with us to the senior team. And Constantino, well, I mean, he's just scoring in the second division. He scored goals for fun. Now it's a common thing in Football Manager that players just cannot do it in a higher division. The problem with Constantino, he's actually got better every time we've gone up a league. I mean, he got 5 goals in 17, 6 in 32, 30. Well, 5 in 17 was in the weakest division we've ever been in. And then he stepped up and got more goals in more games, but then got more goals. Then he got the same amount of goals, more goals. They had a bit of a bad season first year in the second division. But then he got back to back 20 plus goal seasons, which is ludicrous. It's absolutely ludicrous that he's been able to do that, and that is just incredible. And I'm torn because I want to give Moreno as much football as possible to make him as good as humanly possible, and he's already worth up to 14 million. And I was delighted. Where's his minimum fee release clause gone? Oh, it's because he's still on his youth contract. But when he signs his full-time contract, he's going to have a £20 million release clause, which is actually not that much more than what his current value is as a 15-year-old. So, yeah, we're probably not going to keep him for very long, which means I don't want to piss off Constantino because he's really good in this system and the formation we play, but it does sort of suit better to Moreno. It's tough. It's really, really tough to do. But, yeah, I'm excited to get this. It's been a long time since we've come back on game number 1 of a season, but I feel like we had to because it's La Liga, and La Liga is great, and we can't wait to get this going. And I'm very, very excited. Obviously, we do also leave behind a lot of, like, the Patreons that have left the club. Most of them have signed for like the second division team. So Supreme Dave is going to... Oh, that's a good point. I wonder if any of you get in the team of the season. Don't any of you get in the team of the season? No, none of you get in the team of the season. But is anyone mentioned as a sort of, might be a good player? I don't know. I'm going through it pretty quick, but I can't see anybody jumping out there. I mean, oh yeah, there you are, Dave Supreme. You do just get into key players of the season. So Dave Supreme is still there, or Supreme Dave. He had a good season last year. 12 goals, 4 assists, a 6.77, 35 games. Pretty decent. Not as good as the season before, but you are now worth up to £7.4 million. So coming on pretty nicely. And then the other one was obviously Nicholas Myberg, who signed for Getafe and then went to their B team. Where are Getafe in La Liga? Are Getafe in here? They are. Getafe are up here. So you never know. You may get a chance that you will get called up to the senior squad. It doesn't look like you're there at the moment. In Getafe B, you're down here. You're on our shortlist. You're a substitute for a pre-season game. You didn't actually play at all last year. They might look to move you on. But remember, you do get new players. When your current player retires, you will get new players in the game. Anyway, I'm babbling. Let's get into it and play Levante. Any other big games? Barcelona playing Ponferrada. Wow. I'm glad Imagine if your first game as a promoted team was away at the Nou Camp to Barcelona. That would be absolutely crazy. Now, Atletico Pamplona are playing Real Madrid. So, is that their real name? Atletico Pamplona? I sort of feel like that's covering for a different team. Maybe I'm making that up. I'm not sure. But anyway, Levante. I'm going to go and pick the team. We'll be back. We're not going to change the way we play. We are playing attacking, counter, football. It's got us up the divisions. It pretty much dominated the playoffs last year when we came up. Had some great performances. Let's see how the team lines up. Okay, now I've loaded in the correct config file as well. This is how we're lining up for the first game of the season. Jimenez is in goal. He's probably going to be our first choice goalkeeper. The new youngster coming through, Francisco Jimenez, is there. Alberto Suarez may be unlucky to be dropped to the bench after a solid season last year and helping promotion, but Jimenez has been better in pre-season and he's generally a better goalkeeper and he's got a higher potential, so he gets the start. Paleo does keep position at right back. Kazushi, Jeff Hogg and Pinto is the sort of new look back four. It's very similar to last year. Akinde and Pena in the middle. That was absolutely solid throughout last season. Gallego on the left. Moreno, Crimson Mori playing behind Moreno. He gets the nod. We're going with Miguel Moreno to start. I feel bad for Constantino. I really do feel bad for Constantino. We also have Mickey Reed still on the bench as well, and his physical and mentals make him a very, very good prospect, and I think he will get a bit of game time this year. We'll have to wait and see. But that's how we're lining up. Pinto is wanted by a couple of people on loan. It's not going to happen. Tito Player wants a new contract, but not sure. Did I not give you a new contract? I thought I gave you a new contract because you've got 2 years left on this one. When did you last get your contract? 32. Yeah, you've only had it a year. Pipe down, mate. Jesus. Let me know. Right, here we go. Levante. Can we get a flying start to La Liga? That would be massive, wouldn't it? It would be huge if we could pick up a win in our first La Liga game ever. I was going to say of the season, but it's our first La Liga game ever in this save. I don't imagine Toledo have ever been in La Liga. Correct me in the comments if I'm wrong. But let's make our home advantage count and get out there and make sure that we do something magical. Magical is what we want. There we are in our what is basically a 4-4-2 sort of. It's probably more of a 4-3-3 how it actually plays. Well, how it plays is a 4-2-4. But yeah, well, there you go. They've got Samu Omordion up front. Who, again, if you watch my Brighton, why are there weird lines in between 7? Does it split? I didn't think La Liga split at any point. No, it can't do. I don't think it splits. But anyway, here we are. Very excited for this one. We're going to be watching it a little bit slower like this so that we can take it all in as Perlaz has it as Levante. Can they show us that we really shouldn't be playing this attacking style, or are we going to take our attacking style to La Liga and impress everybody like some up-and-coming teams do as Gallego comes forward? Gallego puts it through to Moreno. Moreno into Moreno. He was offside. It was clear. He went a little bit too soon. It was offside. As much as I want to celebrate that being our first ever goal in La Liga, it was very clearly offside. But that would have been amazing for the youngster to open his account like that. We'll see the lines, but it was so far offside. It was so obvious. And it was a good finish, though. It was a good finish. And the keeper did try and keep that one out, but didn't get a hand to it. So a positive start. A positive start. I mean, let's be honest. I think anything... If draw or win is a cracking result for us, a narrow loss I think is still a good result. We're brand new in the league. As Marino comes forward again, Marino gets to the byline and it goes. It's cleared by Dominguez. There's Kazushi, great header to win the ball in front of David. But here is Samu through to David and our high line could be getting done. He's gone wide, but he's still managed to score. And David puts Levante 1-0 up inside 10 minutes. There was me saying we'll be a counter-attacking team. They've been a very good counter-attacking team there, and it was Samu that put it through, and David broke through onto that left foot. The Jimenez sort of looked like he wanted to put his arm up to save it, and then forgot or thought, nah, maybe not. But there is a highlight straight from kickoff, which on key highlights is, oh my God, this could be painful. Samu's coming through, cuts it onto his right foot. Samu past the post. Okay, come on, boys. Get the composure back. Get the composure back. We've had 10 minutes where we did well, and now we've just sort of capitulated after going 1-0 down. Don't get me wrong as well. I'm totally envisaging us getting relegated. Arribas over the free kick. A long way out. Jimenez, good save, good hands as well to hold on to it. Is that going to be the highlight, or are we going to see something else? He goes long up towards Moreno, who is tall but can't win it. Crimson Mori takes over, the playmaker. He comes forward. He's tackled by Serrano. We're trying to put the pressure on with the counter press to win it back. As Mathers goes into Palazzo. Good tackle. Here comes Pena. Pena got so many goals last year, and he's opened his account in La Liga on his debut for La Liga. That didn't really make sense. But, Pena makes it 1-1. They dallied at the back. The counter press was there. They're trying to play out. It was really good pressing, actually, from Moreno, who won the ball. And then Pena took over, the number 10 for this season, I think. Or he could be number 20, actually, because I think, he's number 20, because Constantino's number 10. But Pena's there to fire home and make it 1-1. Oh, don't do this to me just as we've equalised. In it goes. Everybody misses it. Kazushi's pushed someone over. It's a penalty. Bloody hell. Just as we get excited and we're coming back into it, he's given the penalty. It's big team bias, even though Levante aren't that big of a team. But Samu over it. Oh, Jimenez doesn't even move. He thought it was going to go down the middle. It's immediately back to 2-1. So more encouragement comes to the lads. I mean, we've scored. We've scored on our first ever game in La Liga. Jimenez looked like he was doing like the little shoulder pop thing rather than actually trying to save the penalty. But there you go. This season will be the season where we figure out who can and who can't cut it at a higher level. And we have to be brutal and quick with those decisions to see how we do and to see how we mix it up. But 5 minutes to go till half time. Let's demand a little bit more from them. Just see if that fires them up a little bit. Jimenez brings it forward out to Paleo. Into Akinde. Up it goes to Moreno. Turns. Great switch of play to the left-hand side. Gallego hasn't got too many men to aim for. He does now. Pena's there. Pena gets a second. Jose Antonio Pena is very slowly become one of my favourite players. And if he stays with us and is here for the long time, if I can find a Toledo shirt, he is very much in with a chance of getting his name on the back of the shirt, because last year he was immense, and it looks like this year he's going to be in no similar position to score goals. It's 2-2 and 2 for Pena, which is absolutely incredible. As we get to half time and it's 2-2 on our first game, we've not been massively outplayed. We've had the possession. They are massively hitting us on the counter attack, which and it's a penalty. It's a penalty that is the difference at the moment. We're going to go with he's happy that we've dominated possession. I agree. We'll get Pal Marti to do it. I don't think that's too much of a problem. Everyone's looking spectacular because it's a team full of new gens. So they've got everyone's got these faces, right, which is lovely. But everyone's playing okay. I'm just wondering, do we drop our line back a tad just because they're playing on the counter? We do play a high line system here, like. It's on standard. It's because we're pressing. But I don't want to stop the press because that's what's got us the goal, or got us our first goal. Maybe we leave it. I think we've got a weak team, so I'm not too sure about potentially doing opposition instructions yet. I'm not sure. Roman playmaker I wouldn't mark anyway. I wouldn't mark a complete forward. He'll be all over the place. David as a pressing forward, not too sure. We could do the old centre-backs opposition instructions. So Perlaz is the ball player, which means they're going to try and go through him. So mark him up. Try and get the ball into the other centre-back. And then when he gets it, absolutely batter him so they can't build out from the back. That's the plan with those opposition instructions. So we will try it and we'll give them some more encouragement. We've got to the hour mark. So let's make some changes. Right, first things first. Oscar Moreno has not had a good game. Do I bring Mickey Reed on? Or do we go... They're saying... Llorente is the man that came on through most of pre-season in that position. So I do think we stick with what has sort of been working. Jeff Hogg is having a shocker at centre-back. So he can come off for Camaro. And, Kazushi's not doing hugely amounts better. It could be George Monday, but I don't really trust him at centre-back. I don't trust Pinto at centre-back. Okay, 2 changes at the moment. We've also got to keep an eye on Akinde, who is one of our best players, but he does get tired easily in that ball-winning midfield role. Arribas, if we can clear this, there's a counter on, but Serrano turns across. Samu scores. Oh, Samu, you didn't do it for me at Brighton in the stream, but you are doing it for Levante up against a weaker Toledo team, and it's a well-worked set piece. I was hoping we just could win that first ball, but Serrano with a good turn, cross in, and yeah, Samu's not going to miss from there. But we've shown some battle, which I don't mind, and we're just don't completely capitulate. Samu with a header, it's onto the top of the roof of the net. Top of the roof of the net. Yeah, it works. I think, centre-back looks like it could be an issue for us this year. We may have to dive into the under-19s and see who can step up. But for now, we'll put Pinto back there. We'll see how Pinto gets on. Kazushi can come off for Aaron Wall to go at left-back. We sort of probably need to get some attacking fresh legs on. So Crimson Mori for... Right now, we're going to do Jan Petric, and then Llorente can play in there. And Miguel Moreno off for Constantino. He did well, the striker. He did well. We are putting a lot of faith in that midfield to keep its legs. And that could be a risk as Perlaz into Montegado, trying to put on a bit more pressure all the way back to the goalkeeper, Dominguez. Oh, that's a good interception. Pena. Moreno comes forward with it. Out it goes to Llorente. Pena! Oh, it could have been a La Liga hat-trick on his first game in La Liga. It didn't quite work, and now the subs come on. Come on, boys. Come on. I just want to keep shouting encouragement at them. I guess we could potentially drop to positive as well, but I don't think we need to do that against a team like Levante, because we've been in this game. We've not been completely outplayed. Pinto had a bit of space there to drive down the line, and he's trying to... Penalty, referee! Penalty! That's got to be a penalty. If you gave one to Death, give us a penalty and send him off because he's already on a yellow card. Give that penalty. Give it. Give it. He's given it. He's given it. It's a penalty. To make it 3-3. Who's stepping up to take this? It's Akinde. Akinde. Ah, he fires it in the bottom corner. Come on. Anthony Akinde gets his first goal of the season. 3-3. What an opening day the fans are having at the stadium. Akinde rifles it into the bottom corner. That was really well struck, that one. And it's 3-3. And we've just taken the XG lead as well. So can we capitalise? Pinto out to Aaron Wall. Puts it into Constantino. Back to Pinto. Pinto. Oh, he's giving it away. He was looking for Constantino. David comes forward. Runs forward. He's still going. Oh, Jimenez. Oh, he's been beaten from range. The young goalkeeper. That really probably shouldn't ever go in. It was a poor pass from Pinto looking for Constantino, who wasn't really paying attention. And David just sort of sauntered through, and it's a good finish, but it's not in the corner. I would expect any sort of professional goalkeeper to probably save that. Oh, that is shit, isn't it? Excuse the language. But we have come so close to a point. Well, it's not over yet. Aaron Wall, right-footed drive. Oh, the volley was cleared. Pena's on it. Samu back there defending. He just clears it away and hoofs it. Naro into Palazza. And it was again, could have put... Oh, David's coming forward. Is this going to be another goal for Levante to rub salt in the wound? He cuts it back. Serrano, good block. Serrano over the bar. There's a couple of minutes to go. I don't want to change the way we're playing because it creates so many chances. This is our last chance for an equaliser. Llorente puts it high towards the back. It's Gallego. Oh, on top of the bar. Oh, that's going to be the game. It is full time. It's a well entertaining game for the first one in La Liga. 3.13 XG to 3.09. Maybe that's the season it's going to be. More shots, more possession. I mean, the first half they dominated it, but again, match momentum. We had Levante on the ropes, really. Oh, that is tough. That is hard to take. I do think we've got to... So he's saying disappointed because of the chances we created. I'm going to say proud. I'm proud of the efforts. First game in La Liga. We're not going to be too harsh. But 4-3, we do drop down to 15th. We've just got to have 3 teams worse than us. That's all it is this season. It's just 3 teams that are worse. It doesn't matter who. It doesn't matter how. There's just got to be 3 teams worse. It's Fintan Strait. There you go. Live on stream is getting a move to Marbella. So enjoy that. Go and get some first team football. See how you come back. But yeah, absolute heartbreak. Absolute heartbreak. Right, we're going to play forward a little bit. We will come back, obviously, for Real Madrid away at the Bernabeu. And then maybe we'll do Betis or Celta Vigo. We'll see how it's going. But yeah, it's going to be tough. It's going to be interesting. Let me know your thoughts down below. What do you think this season's going to entail for us? How are we going to get on? Are we going to have enough about us to stay away from relegation? I mean, we played well in that game. We created chances. We just didn't quite get the rub of the green, did we? It was just... I was going to say they got a dodgy penalty, but we got a penalty, so I can't even really use that. But there we go. Thank you so much for watching. Leave a like if you're new. Subscribe if you enjoy the content, and go check out all the other stuff as well. I'll be back pretty soon, hopefully. I'm currently on holiday while you're watching this, so hopefully I've scheduled enough videos that there's enough for you to keep entertained while I'm away. But thank you so much for watching. I'll catch you very soon. Cheers.